Blessings and welcome to today's Sunday service short message from the Heart of Mighty I Am Presence. Today's topic is on community. Community is very essential to humanity. Community is what we rely on, and many of us look for community just so that we can go and hang out and be in communion with others. The community that I want to speak about is your inner community. You, within this human form, are inside a community of organs, bones, muscles, fascia, meridian channels, cells, nucleuses, protons, electrons, atoms, molecules. You're inside the most exquisite, incredible community. And with this community, then there's another community of emotions. Then there's a community of thoughts. Then there's the community of visions. Then there's the community of spirit. Spirit is behind everything. And what is so important is to come into community with all these parts of selves. This is part of the embodiment of ascension. When we begin to be in relation and in communion and coming into unity within ourselves. As we begin to recognize these parts of ourselves, we begin having an interaction and communication with these parts. So as we become aware of it, another thing that happens is that we begin from within coming into this unification with that mighty God presence within, that invisible spirit that is in all things, animals, nature, plants. Everything is made out of the same substance. It is within that oneness. You can call it whatever you wish by the name. It is that mighty God presence that is inside everything behind the scene. And as we come into this union, what happens? We're coming into unification. So this unification creates this flow, and there's this streaming that is taking place. And with this, because of the awareness that has risen so that we can get in touch, what happens? We can rely on it. We can also find strength in it. We can go through life challenges better when we are inside this community. This is also the same as we are looking for community outside. It is so important to rely on a community where you can feel lifted, and especially when it is faith-based. Now, there are a lot of communities that, maybe hate-based, to each their own. What I am speaking of is a faith-based that lives on trust, lives on faith, that are filled with faith-filled people, not fearful people. Because it's so important when you come into that place, you're naturally lifted. As a human being, you're going to go through a lot of life experiences. And when you have a community that you can rely on, you find that you are more stronger to go through it. It's easier. And it starts with your own inner community. So every morning when you come into communion within yourself and you get to meet with the different organs, the different parts of you, your muscles and bones, and they recognize you're in touch with them. There's this awareness, consciousness within that. You find a greater strength that this body is not alone. It has these thoughts, it has these emotions, and you get to choose them. And you get to choose it when you then connect with your God presence. That God presence gets to support you through your own internal communion. And from this communion, which is the union of the community within, you get to also go out and be in a community with